Welcome to today's Little Red Hen Baking Club. Today we are making cinnamon bread in a bag. So the first thing we're going to do is you're going to take your bag. You are going to add your 6 tablespoons of sugar, your packet of yeast. You probably want to, when you cut this open, cut it kind of inside the bag so that the yeast doesn't go everywhere. Okay, got that. And 1 cup of your flour. Okay. And then 1 cup of warm water. You're gonna add that to your bag. Seal it up. Remove as much air as you can. Seal it up. Remove some more air. Seal it the rest of the way. And you're gonna just squish everything together to combine it. Squish everything. Combine. Give it a little shake. Get all the. Okay. Once everything is combined, you're gonna lay the bag down, set it aside kind of, and then you're gonna let it rest for 10 minutes, and then we'll be back. All right, welcome back to our cinnamon bread in a bag. We have been letting our first rise, where we mixed our sugar, yeast, flour, and water. We've been letting that rise, and now there's some extra air in the bag and it's nice and bubbly, so it is time to move on to our next bit. So we're gonna pick up the bag and we are going to add 2 tablespoons of melted butter. Okay. And we are going to add our oil. We have 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Then we are going to add our salt. We've got 2 teaspoons of salt. And then we're going to add 1 more cup of the flour. Now I am using here a 1/2 cup measuring cup, so I'm gonna have to do this twice to make 1 cup. Okay, it's a little bit easier to get it out of the bowl that way. Okay, so we've got those pieces in there. Then we are going to seal up the bag again, get as much air out as we can, seal it up. Make sure it's good and sealed, and start squishing. Mix. Make sure it all gets pretty well mixed up in there. Okay, I think that's pretty well mixed. Then we are going to open the bag and then add the last 1.5 cups of flour, okay, to your bag. And we're gonna do the same thing we always do. We're gonna seal it up, get as much air out as we can. Ooh, and a little puff of flour too. Seal it up, make sure it's sealed nice and tight. Oh, mine wasn't. There we go. And then you're gonna mix again until everything is really well mixed, and until it starts to kind of pull away from the sides of the bags, which it's already doing pretty much. Just trying to make sure I get all the little corners there to dough. Sure it all gets mixed in there. Pretty good. Okay. See. That's pretty good. All right. Now we are going to, you will have mixed together a 1/4 cup of sugar and 1 tablespoon of cinnamon. Okay. 1 tablespoon of cinnamon and a 1/4 cup of sugar. You'll have mixed those up. All right, now we are going to, I put my extra flour away, that's not good. And put a little flour on your work surface. Okay, get a little bit on your hands too. Kind of spread it around. You're gonna dump your dough on to your work surface. A little extra in there. Okay. Now you're gonna gently knead it, not for too long, just until it all kind of comes together and stops falling apart and stops sticking to your work surface or your counter. Okay, it won't take very long, just a little bit. Okay. A little more flour here. Okay. I think we're going to use a little bit more extra flour. It's still a little bit sticky. All right. I think that's pretty kneaded. Now we're going to use our hands, okay, to flatten the dough till it's about a circle, about 1 inch thick. You might need just a touch more flour on your hands. Okay. Till it's about 1 inch thick. I would say that's probably about right. Okay, now you're gonna take your cinnamon sugar mixture that you made, okay, and you're gonna sprinkle it on top of the dough. Go nice and slow so that it gets the whole disc. Okay. Ooh, that's a lot of cinnamon sugar. This is gonna be good bread. All right, there we've got all our cinnamon sugar. You can kind of smooth it out if you need to. All right, now you're gonna take a loaf pan, okay? You're gonna get one in your kit. And you're gonna grease it with butter, oil, or cooking spray. You just wanna make sure it doesn't stick, okay? Then you're going to gently roll up your bread like a burrito, okay? Like a burrito. It's okay if some of the cinnamon sugar falls out. Then you're gonna tuck your ends under here. Okay. Then you're gonna take your loaf, you're gonna put it seam side down in your baking pan. Okay. Then you're gonna just let it rise for about 30 minutes. And you're gonna preheat your oven to 375 degrees. You're gonna wanna cover it with a towel while it rises. And then once it's done rising, you're gonna take off the towel and put it in the oven, okay? You might wanna get a grown-up to help with this. and you're gonna bake for 20 to 25 minutes until it's golden. Then let it cool for a bit and you'll be ready to enjoy some bread. Thanks for baking with us today.